guys, this is some tips and tricks to play Naoya for you, because now if you are early on in the game might be a hard character to use. If you are maining another character, I will also give you some tips to counter Naoya. Now first of all, his decisive strikes move is now practically a block breaking. Like, it doesn't directly block break as you see here, but if like it's very easy to go behind the person. If we just go into the we can look at this, like we can if we it's like it doesn't directly block break, but it's just even if we go behind the person and like we are not looking towards him, like look at that, how much gap he was here and I was here. Like, it's really easy to block break now with Naoya, especially the side strike. Now second of all, you should also know his passive, which is this green bar at the bottom. When this bar fills up, you get something called a freeze frame. In the anime Jujutsu Kaisen, it's basically because the person isn't moving 24 FPS, but here it basically freezes your opponent for 1 second, which is extremely useful, as you can then use a combo starter and then do a whole combo. Also, when your opponent is freeze framed, you can also use your R special, or aka the star on mobile and other devices, to then use this special move, which is extremely good pair with decisive strike. As if you use it well, you can just go to it. Then the next tip for you for countering Naoya, this is in fact, is that just don't block. Actually, for decisive strike, it's better to actually dodge at the last second, because if you go right at towards the end, it's really hard for the Naoya player to turn enough. Then also, I've seen a lot of people die in ranked while using his awakening, as this awakening is a counter. So I've seen a lot of people just pop it and not know it's a counter. So always know it's a counter. And as well, if your awakening runs out before and you don't pop your domain, if you pop your domain, this won't happen. But if your awakening runs out and you haven't popped a domain, you will die. Yeah, just straight up die. Then your star special in the ultimate changes from the teleport to this like helicopter thingy, and what this basically does is increase your speed. Like, it's like this right now, and your first move also changes. The first move speed is this at 75%, and at full percent your speed is this, and first move speed is even faster. Then your second move is basically a movable, and whenever you punch these, they explode. But wherever you look, it goes towards that direction. Also, for some reason, these are an entity. Like, look at this, how much you can spread them out. Like, it's here, then here, then explode. Now your third move is actually 0 damage, but it stuns your opponent. I recommend using this to pop ult on your opponent, because if you do this, then your opponent literally can't do anything when you pop your domain. Like, look at this, easy domain. Now in your domain, if your opponent moves, he will take damage. It's basically like Sukuna's domain, but for moving opponents instead of just slashes. This domain does a lot of damage, but the problem with the domain is that when you pop the domain, you will go back to your base moveset. So remember, don't make combos where you use the domain and then plan that you will use domain and you will use this. Or try to go 10, use have remaining 10% ult remain, then only use domain, so that, because domain drains all your ult. It's similar to Gojo's Halo Nuke. Then you should, for Naoya, it's less of a combo moveset, because most of the moves are extremely easy to dodge. I mean, not dodge, but avoid if you are comboing. And its dash also doesn't stun it. Dash just like, look at it. Like usually characters dash, like let me give you an example. They go like this. But Naoya's dash, if I can switch back, just goes front and doesn't do any damage or stun. So this you should also make sure. So it's not more of a combo character, it's more of a character that you use to just attack your opponent and no like less like, it's like more of passive damage character where you do like this and then use one skill, then you do another thing and then use this skill, then you use this skill, like this skill and decisive strikes are more of combo starters, and projection breaker and bleed out are more of combo enders. And also cursed impact, the fourth skill, has a special version when he's in this window like thingy-mabobby. Like if you just turn him into the glass, usually the glass will just explode if you punch him. And all the rest of the moves do that, but this, after exploding it, it throws him up. Now to counter Naoya, basically the method is to keep moving. Now most of Naoya's move don't stun you until he gets attacked. Like look at this. Until I swinged my hand, the dummy's upper thing was still green. Which means, therefore you can dodge this skill just by dashing right at the moment like the opponent comes near you. Same goes for decisive strikes. For projection breaker, you go forward and behind, which means you can dodge in this when he's like, if he starts to go behind, you should dash very fast. And for bleed out, it's kind of hard to dodge because usually the method for bleed out is like the opponent like goes like bleed out is mostly a combo ending move, so bleed out is hard to dodge. Also try avoiding to get into the mirror. If you are facing a Naoya player and you get into the mirror, he can do a butt ton of damage because he can, instead of one skill, he can use two. First he can use the cursory impact and then he can use another skill such as decisive strikes, as decisive strikes also hit in the ground. Now here are some tips for you for Naoya. If whatever character is next, you can type in the comments and I will make tips for it next.